Fast am I, good evening and welcome to the Mags Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Church Street Shuffle is the contemporary fiddle and guitar duo of Neil Hewitt from Ardnamurchan and Ali Macquarie from Inverness. This is Loch and Dun. play another track from that album by Church Street Shuffle, The 5-Day Weekend it's called, later in the show. Now, predictably, it was a wonderful gig by Eliza Carthy as part of the Manannan Festival down at the Erin Arts Centre last Monday. Jen Reid from Lancashire was the support act, and she was absolutely brilliant too. One of the highlights of the show was Eliza singing Washing Song, which is her English language version of the Manx song Aran Nini. In fact, I'd completely forgotten this was on one of the Imagined Villages album that I've got, Bending the Dark from 2012. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play you a Manx version of Aran Nini by Isla Callister from one of her Manx Monday videos on YouTube, where she's joined by the wonderful Ruth Keggingell on vocals. And then I'll play the Imagined Villages version of The Washing Song with Eliza Carthy singing. The song was collected in 1921 by Mona Douglas from a man in Lonnon who said he thought it came from the fairies and they sang it when they were washing their babies.
Hosma village, be the Hosma village, Nimish the Lawan, Nimish the Hazen, Helen Tomalianu, Venice Raider Helen, Shija the Homily. Be the Hosma village, be the Hosma village, Nimish the Lawan, Nimish the Hazen, Helen Tomalianu, Venice Raider Helen, Shija the Homily. Dakleka edot veniljan fot kasalak Riner on legen kerbanachot Christos Dakleka edot veniljan fot kasalak Riner on legen kerbanachot Christos. Kujnak nese vare lega gesse hierig Nimish the lawan, nimish the chasen Kujnak nesek manna lega gesse ni karat the chaya gres Kujnak nese vare lega gesse hierig Nimish the lawan, nimish the chasen Kujnak nesek manna lega gesse ni karat the chaya gres Dakle Chrunniaght sort veniljan fot kasalak Riner on legen kerbanachtot Christos Dakle Chrunniaght sort veniljan fot kasalak Riner on legen kerbanachtot Christos Dakle Chrunniaght sort veniljan fot kasalak Riner on legen kerbanachtot Christos Dakle Chrunniaght sort veniljan fot kasalak Riner on legen kerbanachtot Christos.
Hush-a-bye, my darling, hush-a-bye, my darling hands. Now I'll wash them feet, now I'll wash them. Handsome you, my young one, fair and smooth, your body clothes made of silk so fine. Each day put strength upon you, my darling sweet, with your hair a curling. King of stars, blessings on you, oh my heart, my joy. And mourning that which grows not by the night time's growing hens. Now I'll wash them feet, now I'll wash them. At noon that which grows not by the night time's growing hen puts on every grace. Each day puts beauty on you, my darling sweet, with your hair a curling. King of stars, blessings on you, oh my heart, my joy. Each day puts beauty on you, my darling sweet, with your hair a curling. King of stars, blessings on you, oh my heart, my joy. Hush-a-bye, my darling, hush-a-bye, my darling hands. Now I'll wash them feet, now I'll wash them. Handsome you, my young one, fair and smooth, your body clothes made of silk so fine. Each day put strength upon you, my darling sweet, with your hair a curling. King of stars, blessings on you, oh my heart, my joy, oh my heart, my joy.
Two fabulous versions of the same song there. Ran Nini by Isla Callister and Ruth Kegan-Gell, and The Washing Song by The Imagined Village. A new CD by my friends Brooks Williams and Aaron Catlow popped through the door the other day. It's called Greens and Blues, and it's great. It has 10 songs by a variety of writers, old songs, new songs, and original compositions. One of the songs that I feel I've almost seen develop over the years with their visits to the Institute is Annie's Land. In fact, there is a video on YouTube of the two of them performing this at the Institute last autumn. With a bit of luck, the two of them will be back to Laxey sometime next year. The album also features for the first time a double bass player called John Short, adding a nice bit of depth to their sound. So this is Annie's Land by Brooks Williams and Aaron Catlow.
Lonesome night, singing wistful tunes. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Turn the music up. Annie's Land. Annie's Land. What I'd give to hear him play his Southern Jumbo again. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Turn the music up. tears were not in vain. They opened up the floodgates, freed us from these chains. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Turn the music up. Annie's Land. Going back to Annie's Land under the flower moon, through the lonesome night, singing wistful tunes. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Turn the music up. Annie's Land. Annie's Land. Annie's Land.
followed Brooks and Aaron with a new single by the band Taryn, and that's called Claudia's. Now, the Decemberists are a band who I've been into for a long time. In fact, since their wonderful 2006 album, The Crane Wife. The singer, guitarist and main songwriter Colin Malloy has always been massively influenced by the folk music of the British Isles, and particularly the folk rock of the 70s, I would say. And on their new album, As It Ever Was, So It Will Be Again, there's a song called William Fitzwilliam. A little bit of research tells me that this historical figure was an English courtier and soldier who lived from 1490 until 1542, and he was chosen as a companion for Henry Tudor, the Prince of Wales, later Henry VIII, and brought up alongside him. He achieved distinction as a naval commander, diplomat and government minister, and acted as the enforcer for King Henry VIII in the fall of his wives, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard. So quite an interesting character to write a song about.
William Fitzwilliam went walking in April by the Greenbrier roses on the banks of the Thames. When over his kerchief there came such a clamour that William Fitzwilliam took shelter within. But don't lose your head to this rooting and raging. Don't lose your heart to the sweetness of sin, and don't go out wandering, for the ghosts hover around you, the Howards and the Seymours, the Poles and the Lynns. When William Fitzwilliam emerged from his arbour, illumining shows such as he'd never seen, so on to London he lit on his skateboard to arrive in a tumult to greet the new queen. But don't lose your head to this rooting and raging. Don't lose your heart to the sweetness of sin, and don't go out wandering, for the ghosts hover around you, the Howards and the Seymours, the Poles and the Lynns. Night settled earthly, all clad in its sables, and England's fair princes were snug in their beds. William Fitzwilliam will glide on the Humber in star-silver sneakers above the living and dead. But don't lose your head to this rooting and raging. Don't lose your heart to the sweetness of sin, and don't go out wandering, for the ghosts hover around you, the Howards and the Seymours, the Poles and the Lynns, the Tudors and the Fitzroys, the Poles and the Lynns.
Let's go back to The 5-Day Weekend, the new album by Church Street Shuffle. This is The Threes. Just over a week ago, in fact on the 22nd of June, it was Leon Rosselson's 90th birthday. He's an English songwriter who became prominent in the 1960s when he used to perform his satirical songs on That Was the Week That Was on the BBC. He's still active, I'm pleased to say, supporting many worthy causes and left-wing politics, it would be fair to say. And ahead of the elections on the adjacent island, this seems like an appropriate song to play. Talking Democracy Blues.
The Lib Dems gave a helping hand, so now we're back in Toryland. I don't know how I'm going to stand another 10 years of that lot, but that it seems is what we've got in store. It's called democracy. It's not all it's cracked up to be. It's like an endless game of cricket. Each team takes turns at the wicket while we watch and cheer and boo, and that I fear is all we do. One team's in, the other's out, then it's turn and turn about. This lot's out, that lot comes in. Different faces, same old spin, same old systems, same old lies, same old drive to privatise. Democracy, a funny game. You put a cross against a name. The Chartists and the suffragettes fought for this privilege, don't forget. So do your duty, make your choice, thank them for giving you a voice. Next thing, they've taken your consent to form a bleeding government. Democracy, it's called democracy. Aren't you happy that you live in a democracy? That cross you innocently appended has consequences unintended. Remember 1997? One brief spring, a glimpse of heaven. We thought, we hoped at least to see a fairer run society. But in the end, what did we get? A hollow system run on debt. A system where the market rules, where wealth buys peerages and schools, where everything is done to groom us to behave like good consumers. A culture of celebrity. Now we're all on CCTV. Dodgy arms deals, well, why not? Asylum seekers, let them rot. Lock them up for their own good. Camsfield, Harmansworth, Yarlswood. Tough on crime and immigration, anti-terrorist legislation used to criminalise dissent. None of that is what I meant. Tuition fees, ASBOs galore, the penalty for being poor, and worst of all, war after war. That isn't what I voted for. Democracy, God bless democracy. Now it's time to sing the praises of democracy. Remember Blair's peroration? Education, education, education. Children tested, children stressed, endless targets, sats obsessed. City gamblers must reward them. Post offices can't afford them. Hail the city's reckless greed. Bonuses are guaranteed to soar into the stratosphere. The rich grow richer every year. Hedge fund speculators loaded. Civil liberties eroded. Torture, MI5 complicit. Not a pretty picture, is it? The system's riding on a bubble. Now the whole shebang's in trouble. It must end, it does in tears. After 13 wasted years. Ends in one almighty crash. So give the bankers bags of cash. Their greed it was that helped to rob 1 million workers of their jobs. But still the system, so it goes, must be maintained as wider grows the gulf between the rich and poor. And still they're wasting lives on war. That isn't what I voted for. Democracy, it's called democracy. Aren't you happy that you live in a democracy? Democracy, so fine, so fair, how come it landed us with Blair? Gave us as our leader one who thinks that he is God's own son. A tricky politician who believes what he believes is true. Some think him bumptious, vain and smug, regard him as a well-bred thug. But Blair's an amiable guy. Look, he wouldn't harm a fly. But when he smiles, children die. I met murder on the stair. He had a mask like Tony Blair. He cracked a smile, he cracked a joke, a pretty straightforward sort of bloke. And a crusading politician, democracy, that's his mission, to spread it here, to spread it there, so everyone can have a share. Western democracy, the prize, the surest way to civilise the backward nations, set them free. And if they dare to disagree, they must be bombed for their objections, until they learn to hold elections. They call it, I forgot to mention, humanitarian intervention. Did the slaughter his war brought ever give him pause for thought? And did the chaos he created, a country smashed and devastated, the tortured, the incarcerated, the shattered millions who fled, the maimed, the 500,000 dead, cause him to doubt or hesitate? Or did he simply calculate that this was a price that was worth paying, and salved his conscience by praying? Well, afterwards you couldn't get from Blair a smidgen of regret. Indeed, this unrepentant man declared a wish to bomb Iran. Liar, fantasist and faker will answer only to his maker. Now think on this, for all his crimes, we elected Blair 3 times. Democracy, it's called democracy. Aren't you happy that you live in a democracy?
Here's another song that I should have played a week or so ago. This is The Banks of the Sweet Primroses by Josie Young Clark and Ben Walker from the double CD Visions and Revision, the first 80 years of Topic Records.
As I rode out one midsummer morning for to view the fields and to take the air, down by the banks of the sweet primroses, there I beheld a most lovely fair. I said, fair maid, where are you going? What's the occasion for all your grief? I will make you as happy as any lady, if you will grant me once more relief. Stand off, you are deceitful. You're a false, deceiving young man, 'tis plain. It is you that has caused my poor heart to wander, and to give me comfort lies all in vain. Go down some lonesome valley, where no man on earth there shall e'er me find, where the pretty little songbirds do change their voices, and every moment blows blusterous winds. be safe. Many is the dark and the cloudy morning, turns out to be a most sunshiny day.
When Charlie Lennon died a few weeks ago, I played a track by him and Johnny O'Connelly. And then I started listening to a bit more Johnny O'Connelly, the accordion player, and I thought I'd play those hornpipes, the Boys of Blue Hill and Anne Stackin-Yorna. Now it's nearly a year since we saw Corinne Polwart and Dave Milligan at Yn Chrunniaght. What a wonderful gig that was. Of course, Yn Chrunniaght is coming up very soon, at the end of July in Peel, and there's a wonderful lineup of music and dancing for you to experience there. Tickets are available. Just go to ynchrunniaght.com. I'll play more music from the artists coming up this year in the next few weeks. But going back to Corinne Polwart and Dave Milligan, this is The Old Men of the Shells.
As I roved out on a shrove tide eve, among the bramble and the cloudberry, it's then It's then I heard the old men say, why deny the sea her prey? Come lie with the old men of the shells. So deeper, deeper I found my home, among the samphire, among the foam. The curlew call, my curfew bell, brings me to my bed of pearl, to lie with the old men of the shells. And though the words they sang were few, they had the ring of something true. I listened long and began to sing the way the unfledged bird takes the wing. I sang with the old men of the shells. I cast around to find my tune, thinking to sing the song all alone, but wise words on a foolish tongue, howsoever sweetly they be sung, they jangle like the brassy bells of hell, and they'll never please the old men of the shells. The old men of the shells, my boys. The old men of the shells. I left the ones who love me well to find my home in the ocean swells, and lie with the old men of the shells.
So hopefully you're getting your Yn Chrunniaght tickets. Other music that's happening this week on the Isle of Man. At the Sailors' Shelter on Wednesday, there's Brian and Denise and Alan and Chalky. And on Thursday, it'll be the Folk Club in Ramsey at the Buffs Club. This week's sessions, there's O'Donnell's in Douglas, Wednesday night from 8:30. The Mitre in Ramsey from 8:30. There's music and dance, including a set dancing session. What better way to finish off Tynwald Day, the national day. Also, it's the first Sunday of the month, so the session will be in Laxey Sailing Club from 12:30 till 4. Well, as I said, it is Tynwald Day on Friday, so for the last tune tonight, it seems appropriate to play Mulla Carane's March by Barul, the Old Manx tune on which the national anthem is based. We'll say more about this in next week's show when I've got an interview with Ian Radcliffe about his publication, The William Killier Flute Book, and lots of great music, of course. So I'll see you then.